Introducing the BSS Blue USB. The Blue USB allows you to connect your computer to your BlueLink ring as an on-ramp and off-ramp device, meaning you can route audio from your computer to other BlueLink compatible devices like a BSS Blue 103 or even directly to a BlueLink enabled amplifier, as well as routing audio back from those devices to your computer. For a more in-depth understanding of BlueLink, please watch the Networked Audio BlueLink video available in our course titled AP 101, HiQNet Audio Architect, an Introduction to Harman Installed Sound Solutions. Let's take a moment to define the hardware. The front panel features a USB Type-B port and a mode button that can be accessed using a small tool like a paperclip, allowing you to switch between Class 1 and Class 2 modes. An LED surrounding the USB Type-B connector indicates boot up and class mode. We will define these classes in just a moment. The rear panel features a 12-volt DC power input, BlueLink in and out RJ45 connections, and two sets of 6 dip switches allowing you to define which channels you will use for sending BlueLink audio to and from your computer. The BSS Blue USB is compatible with Windows 7 or higher on a PC, and OS X 10.6 or higher on a Mac. By default, you will find the Blue USB ships in Class 1 mode, meaning it can route up to 2 audio channels in and 2 audio channels out onto the BlueLink bus at a sample rate of 48,000 Hz. The Class 1 mode is indicated on the hardware by an illuminated cyan LED ring surrounding the USB Type-B connector. The Class 1 mode does not require you to install any drivers because the driver is built into Windows and Mac operating systems. Simply plug in the included 12-volt power supply and connect the included USB cable between the Blue USB and your computer. Today we will be using Windows 7 to demonstrate setting the BSS Blue USB to be the default playback recording device. Go to your computer's sound options and on the playback tab set the BSS Blue USB Audio 1.0 to your default device. Do the same on your recording tab if you intend to route audio to your computer over BlueLink. Every time you disconnect from the BSS Blue USB, your computer's sound preferences will automatically revert to their previous settings. Now that we have our computer's sound options set, let's route audio over BlueLink from our computer to a BSS audio processor. As I pointed out earlier, you will find 2 sets of 6 dip switches on the rear panel of the Blue USB. The on-ramp dip switches are used for what you are putting onto the BlueLink bus, or you can think of this as what you are routing from your computer to another BlueLink compatible device. I am going to set the first dip switch to the up position, meaning we will be using the BlueLink channels 1 to 8. It is worth noting that while in Class 1 mode, even though we are only routing 2 channels of BlueLink audio from our computer to the BSS audio processor, the entire bank of 8 channels will be used. By setting the channel assignment to 1 to 8, the 2 channels of audio will appear on the lowest channel count, in this case channels 1 and 2. In Audio Architect, I'm going to set up a BlueLink input processing object in the BSS audio processor to receive the 2 channels from the Blue USB. Note, the Blue USB itself cannot be configured in Audio Architect. To quickly verify I have audio present from the BSS Blue USB to the BSS audio processor, I will open the control panel of the BlueLink input processing object to take a look at the channel 1 and 2 meters. If you desire to route up to 8 audio channels or 4 stereo pairs at a sample rate of 48,000 or 96,000 Hz to and from the BSS Blue USB, then you will need to first set it into Class 2 mode. To do this, connect the 12-volt power supply. After it has booted up, indicated by its green LED, use a paperclip to hold down the mode button on the front panel for approximately 7 seconds. The LED ring will flash yellow and then change to an illuminated magenta color. When using the BSS Blue USB with Windows, a device driver is needed for Class 2 mode. The driver is not needed when using the Blue USB with a Mac. You can find the driver on the BSS Blue USB product page at www.bssaudio.com. After the driver is installed, let's take a look at the computer's sound options. Here we will find 4 stereo pairs of BlueLink in both the playback and recording options. By default, these stereo pairs are set to 16-bit 48,000 Hz. Setting this to a 24-bit 96,000 Hz format is rather easy. Select the first stereo pair in the Playback tab and go to Properties. Next, go to the Advanced tab and select 24-bit 96,000 Hz for the highest possible audio quality. This will need to be repeated for the remaining 3 stereo pairs. If you intend to bring in up to 8 channels of 24-bit 96,000 Hz BlueLink audio into your computer using the BlueLink off-ramp, then you will need to go into the Recording tab and perform the same actions as we just saw in the Playback tab. If the sample rate of the BlueLink bus changes, the Blue USB will need to be reset. When in Class 2 mode, the Blue USB should configure itself for the same sample rate as the BlueLink bus. This is similar to the I/O expansion units, the Blue Bib and the Blue Bob. Thank you for taking the time to learn about this new product offering from BSS by Harman. If you have any further questions, please send an email to support@bssaudious.com.